beautiful soul. My name is Mara, and I welcome you to this pick a card reading. This is going to be a look at your week ahead. So, we're doing December 16th through the 22nd. Each card is a message from a different spirit guide. So, I'm going to give you a while to review each card just to see which one pulls you in the most. All right. If you need more time, you can pause the video or you can go back through the reading selection timestamp. We're going to start with reading number 1, but all 3 will be timestamped in the description as well. We're going to take a look at the message from your spirit guide, and then we will jump into some tarot to see what else comes through for you about this week. So I'll see you at your reading. Hello, group number 1. Welcome to your reading. Let's get started and find out what your guides want you to know about the week ahead. Okay, so you got Mars. So this energy is very fiery. If you know anything about your Mars sign, it's your place of action. It's how you take action, how you address people when there is a conflict, how you fight. And this energy, I'm actually feeling is a really good one for you to have this week because this can allow you to get a lot done. It can be a little bit toxic if you let it. If there's too much Mars energy, then you can find yourself having meltdowns or lashing out or saying things that you don't really mean in the moment. And but if you have the ability to really temper it and bring it to a middle ground, then you tap into a really beautiful power with the Mars energy. And so I think that your guides are sending you this card because there's either an obstacle that you need to face this week, and they're telling you that the way through it is to have more vigor, to have more passion and drive, and to focus deeply to get results, to make progress in a really real and tangible way. Or this is all about them telling you that there are passion projects for you to really dive into this week, and they will be available to you. The energy of passion and that fiery Mars energy will be surrounding anything that you get started this week. And so it's almost like this is a really good week for you to start something new. It's a good week for you to maybe end things as well, wrap up the loose ends that maybe you've been putting off. We do have the winter solstice on the 21st, so this could point towards the energy that you will need to really channel that rebirth, that renewal that the winter solstice is asking us to bring to our lives. But whatever the case, I do feel really good about this. I feel like your guides just want you to know that this energy is available to you to tap into, and it's yours for the taking. So now let's jump into your tarot. For group number 1, Spirit, what do they need to know about December 16th through the 22nd? Okay, so first up, we have the 7 of Cups. So this is all about having many wishes granted, almost like a temptation is available to you, and you are being asked to choose wisely, to choose the thing that's really going to bring you long-term gratification and not so much just short-term instant gratification. We have the Hermit on the bottom of the deck, so I really feel like there may be something presented to you that sounds really, really good, but maybe you know in your heart that it's not going to truly satisfy you. It's not going to truly bring you the comfort and the feeling that you're really wanting from this thing. Um, I do feel like there may be some past energies intertwining with this, and it's like it's something that has worked for you in the past, and so that's why it sounds so enticing. But your guides are saying that there's something better, there's something that is going to fulfill you more because you are different. You are different energetically. So maybe that's where this force energy is coming from, where you really need to use your um you really need to use self-discipline, self-mastery to choose the right thing for yourself, for you now, and not what has worked for you in the past. So let's see what else is coming through. Okay, so we have the Three of Swords and the Queen of Wands. So this card speaks of very intense heartache, of a loss, of emotional strife, and not really wanting to feel it. So I do feel like when you give yourself the opportunity to feel your emotions this week, if that's available to you, sometimes it's not, and that's okay. Just approach things with as much as you can when you can. But it's definitely feeling like if you are able to feel your emotions, you will be able to choose the thing that's right for you and not something that's just going to take you out of this pain if you are feeling a lot of pain. I think that that can be really tempting to want to get out of feeling so deeply and feeling so much that sometimes we choose something that is ultimately not the best for us. For example, drugs or alcohol, those can be a very intense instant gratification and instant lift out of this that we're feeling and take us into a different place. With the Queen of Wands, though, she is very self-assured. She is very holistic, down to earth. She controls and channels her creative energy to yield results. And so I really feel like if you are able to feel your emotions and use, maybe you got to use a lot of force, maybe you have to be like, enough is enough, I need to feel this, I need to not beat around the bush anymore and just embrace my emotions. And then you will be able to tap into this confidence that comes with the Queen of Wands, this feeling that, you know what, I am capable of feeling my emotions, I am capable of not lashing out just because something doesn't feel great, I am capable of choosing the right thing for myself. It feels like there's a lot of confidence for you to tap into this week. Um, but it's there and it's available to you. It's not like something that is going to just be delivered and that you're going to feel it. I feel like you do need to take your emotions from your mind into your heart and choose to feel them in order to feel that confidence. Okay, so we have the Chariot. So there is this movement forward, and especially with the Five of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, this is about moving forward from a major loss. So this is actually feeling more and more like you are making big leaps and bounds towards a new way of feeling, towards a new way of really navigating through your life. It definitely feels as though this is speaking of those instant gratification, the things that would take you out of this progress, but ultimately would make you feel better in the moment. So I do feel like there is this opportunity for you to choose the long term, choose the path that's going to fulfill you the most, not just this week, but every week after that to come. It feels like you're building upon something and you're creating stability for yourself to travel forward on in the future. So let's grab one more card. Beautiful way to end the reading. We have the Ace of Swords. So this is speaking of a new adventure, a new beginning, something for you to really invest yourself into. This is all about determination and bravery, ideas, and new perspectives. So it pairs really well with not just the rest of your reading, but that Mars energy. It definitely feels like you are you're grabbing a hold of a new depth in yourself that maybe you didn't feel like was there. Maybe you didn't feel like you could. And now that it's there and it's available to you and you're really starting to use it to your advantage, you don't have to change all in one night and totally just be this brave, kick-ass person, but tapping into that, using it little by little and showing yourself that you can trust yourself, you can navigate your world is really going to motivate you to keep moving forward and keep making decisions that feel right for you, that feel good in your body, in your mind, and that really last in your life. So overall, pile number 1, your week is all about moving forward from this deep heartache is what it's seeming. And it may not be that deep. It may not be that serious. It may have just been a temporary setback that you're feeling disappointed about. And maybe there is something really good that is being offered to you, but you know that it's not going to be something that is good long term. So, overall, I think that is just the theme of just choosing the thing that's going to be the best for you long term and using your drive, using your passion, pulling from a place of power in your mind. Maybe you want to look at what your Mars sign is and channel more of that energy in your life. But I do feel like there is a beautiful beginning here. There is a really nice and confident power that you are able to pull from when you tap into it. And and just know that it's yours. It's yours for the taking. It's yours to play with and mold and shape. And your spirit guides are fully supporting you. They want you to feel powerful and to feel like you have justice and control over your own life. So overall, I love you and I wish you all of the best. And I think that this is going to be a beautiful journey if you are willing and able to take it this week. Blessed be. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's get into your week ahead. We're going to start with a message from your spirit guides. So, your intuition led you to choose Uranus. So, this card and the energy of Uranus in general is one of big perspective changes. It can be in the form of a shift or in the form of a deliverance. So, it's like this stroke of genius where you suddenly have a new idea and you move towards it, and it's just this powerful moment where you get to invent something new in your life. This can also be about shifting your perspectives, of shattering your old perspective to create something new. It can be about that, stroke of lightning that happens where you really get that power, that boost that you've been looking for. The thing about the Uranus energy is it's not always available to us. And so it's important that you keep showing up for yourself. You keep moving towards what you want, whether or not you have these big, grand ideas, because they will be available to you when Uranus shows up, but it's not always there. And so I do feel like there is this kind of balance that this card speaks of allowing yourself to maybe feel bored, allowing yourself to feel uninspired, and to feel the ebb and the flow in life in all areas, so that when you do feel the highs of life, the inspiration, the ideas coming to you and flowing, and you're in the creative flow, that it feels just that much more beautiful. But I feel like your guides are saying that this week is a good time for you to create. It's a good time for you to get inspired and get into the creative flow. But we will see what comes through with your tarot reading. So let's see for pile number 2. Spirit, what do they need to know about December 16th through the 22nd? Okay, wow, we have a Eight of Swords right away. So this is all about feeling like a victim. So maybe this is more about a shift in your perspective. We'll see more as we go deeper into your reading. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Cups, which speaks of inner child healing, a feeling of nostalgia. So maybe there is some inner child healing available to you this week that's really going to help you shift out of maybe a slower time into that Uranus energy, into that inspired and lit up point in your life. But this is saying that you do have this energy available to you. You have the things that you need to set yourself free from this mentality. Um, it's just a matter of taking that blindfold off and choosing to see it, of making the first decision to just see it, and then you can see how you wanna go about, removing yourself from this. So I think that just the first step here is just to acknowledge what's going on for you this week, and then the rest will follow. Okay. So now we have, wow, the Hierophant and the Lovers. So this is definitely feeling like a moment for you to get invested in something, for you to fall in love with a project. Again, this Uranus energy, it can also speak of an obsession in a good way. It can turn bad if you aren't careful about your work, but it definitely feels like there's something for you to get deeply involved in, something for you to have fun with, a passion project, something for you to invest your time and energy into, and that's really going to set you free from this moment. Maybe you have been taking life too seriously, and Uranus is here to remind you, along with the Lovers, that things are supposed to be enjoyable. You're not supposed to feel like work, 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 hard stuff all the time. I have to take care of this. I need to do this responsibility and this and this. You're supposed to also play. You're supposed to also have fun. And sometimes this card speaks of a teacher. So, I mean, you could be taking a class, you could be looking to start to get enrolled in something, but also this card speaks of a feeling of absolvement, of really removing something negative within you, a feeling of guilt, a feeling of shame, a feeling of victimness, removing that from your body so that you have a chance to enjoy things, so that you have an actual real chance to really invest your energy in a positive way that feels good for you. It's not bad to feel those things. It doesn't feel great, but it teaches us something, and maybe that is the teacher that you are really needing to look to this week. But overall, I really feel like this week is starting off, it's going to be one of you leaning into your creative ventures, leaning into your inspirations to make yourself feel better, to get yourself out of that. This may be as simple as finding a new video game that you really love and just really losing yourself in that, and then that will give you just enough space vibrationally away from this mentality that you're like, "Oh yeah, I remember what it's like to have fun. I remember what it's like to feel okay in my body." So, let's see what else is coming through for you. Okay. So, yeah, with the Empress here, we have very creative energy, very beautiful and abundant energy. Also, we have the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So, this is a beautiful opportunity for you to get started on a new idea, to get started on a new venture. With the moon in reverse, this is definitely telling me that you don't typically move towards things that you don't know about. Like for instance, if it's a craft or something that you've never done before, it's really hard for you to convince yourself that you want to do it or that you'll be good at it. Or if you're not good at it right away, then it's hard for you to keep going. But this moon in reverse energy is telling me that you you need to pick yourself up in that way and just move towards it anyways. Even though you can't see it, it's okay to move towards it. It's okay to take a path that you've never walked before. And that may be the thing that totally changes your perspective, that totally shifts your reality in a way that allows for you, this to start this creative energy, to really embody the Empress archetype. She is very creative, very abundant, very all about her wealth, her pleasures in life. And so I feel like there is a lot available to you this week when it comes to the good things in life. It's just about you choosing to move towards it, choosing to take the blindfold off and to move in a way that maybe you haven't before, maybe you haven't been comfortable in. It's about feeling courageous and doing it anyways, feeling afraid and doing it anyways. And so I feel like this is a really good time for you to start a new project, to learn something new, to step outside of your comfort zone, to look at something that scares you and choose to do it anyways. It definitely feels like a moment for you to grow as a person. And I mean, we do have the winter solstice this weekend, so it could be that that may be a peak moment for you where you really feel that rebirth moment, where leading up to it on the 21st, you are kind of thinking about it, you're maybe testing out some new things, and then this weekend it's like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it, I broke the wall, I broke the barrier, and I'm out of my comfort zone, I'm trying something new, I'm doing the thing that really used to scare me, but now it feels fun, it feels exciting. So I think that there's a lot available to you this week, and your spirit guides definitely want you to know that inspiration is available to you. This creative energy is available to you to tap into. You just have to choose to move in the direction of it. And it doesn't have to be this big, grand thing where you rip the blindfold off and you declare to the world that I'm no longer a victim. It can be a subtle little thing. You can move as quickly or as big as you would like to, whatever is comfortable for you. So I hope that you have fun in in this passion project that is available to you, that you learn a lot and you have fun in your creative ventures. Blessed be. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. Let's dive into your week ahead. We're going to start with a message from your spirit guides. Ooh, okay, so you got Sun Splendor. I love this card. This card is all about long-term happiness, a feeling of success and beauty in your life, and it's coming from you feeling generous. It's coming from you feeling grateful. It's coming from this place in you that just feels limitless and abundant. And that can start by simply just saying thank you to somebody, saying I love you to somebody, or sharing your good fortune with someone. This is a card that speaks of big generosity. And so this can point to somebody being generous with you, but I really feel like this is your guides saying, be generous, be grateful for the things that you have, or try your best to tap into that feeling because sometimes gratitude is hard to attain when we go through a lot of negative things in our life. So if that's you, don't pressure yourself. But this is your guide's way of saying this feeling of happiness, of an overarching um, love and bright energy in your life is available to you, and it starts from your ability to really share it, to be like, this is something that we all have, and I'm going to share mine with you, and you can share yours with mine. There's no real um, expectation, is what I'm hearing. And so it feels like this is such a genuine happiness that's coming to you this week. I love that for you. So let's tap into your tarot reading. Okay, for pile number 3, group number three's reading spirit. What do they need to know about December 16th through the 22nd? Okay, so yeah, you have the Nine of Swords coming out here. So this can speak of insomnia, of not sleeping well because you are so worried about something and you are anxious about it and maybe ruminating about it because you feel responsible. And this can really, oh, it can just be the worst feeling ever. When this card comes up, it's like maybe you have been in this space of just absolute emotional turmoil, just worrying and worrying and worrying. And the thing about this is that it is completely out of your control. The thing that you are worrying about is a divine plan. We have the different astrological signs here on this quilt, which symbolize the divines. It symbolizes a divine plan that really is out of your control. And even though you have been worried, it's not um of course it's not productive, but that doesn't really help you get out of that feeling. So we're going to see what else is coming through, but it's definitely feeling like whatever you've been worried about, there's going to be something for you to tap in that feels better. There's going to be a release this week. There's going to be a moment where you say, "Oh, okay, I can relax. I can get some sleep. I can start to feel better." So let's see what else is coming through. Okay. So we have the King of Swords. He is a very intellectual, an analytical, and stern type of energy. But I think that he has been through, he is that way and he shows up as like that. That was a weird way of saying it because he's been through a lot. He's gone through it and he has needed the ability to think for himself, to choose a better feeling thought. Maybe this energy will become available to you when you choose to think something better, to say, maybe it's not in my control and I've done all that I can. We have the Magician on the bottom of the deck. It was also on the bottom of the deck when this card was present too. So there is this feeling that you've done what you can on your part. There is the creative energy that you can put into the world, and then there's the creative energy that the universe puts in. And you've done your part. You've done everything that you can. And when you tap into that feeling of, okay, I can relax, I can move on knowing that I've kept my side of the street clean. It's going to provide some relief for you. It's going to it's going to spark this feeling of the sun's splendor. With the King of Swords, it's really feeling like that's going to come from you focusing on the facts and the logic of the situation and not so much the feeling part of it. Maybe you are overthinking and having anxiety because you're too much in your emotions. And typically I would never say that, but it does feel like sometimes that is the case. Sometimes it's too much emotions involved and you do need to take a step back and be like, okay, what's actually going on here? What is really happening logically that I can grab a hold of, and when you do that, you are able to dispel a lot of anxieties that you may be having. Okay, we have the Fool. So this is a new beginning for you. This week is, oh wow, the Death is on the bottom of the card. So this is a really good week for you to lean into this transformation, to lean into a new way of feeling. You want to tap into the innocence of the Fool. He carries with him this white rose that symbolizes a pure thought, a pure intention. And so it feels as though you are leading first with just the desire to feel differently, to feel differently than you do right now, or that you did. Excuse me. Um, but even here, we have the sun in this card. It's like this energy is available to you and it's shining down on you and it is ready for you to take it. And even in the death card, we have the sun in the background. So it's like you need to accept this moment of potential loss, or the moment that doesn't feel the best, so that you can move towards something better. If you keep ruminating and keep dwelling on what wasn't working or what has fallen behind, then it can be really difficult to accept a new beginning for yourself. But I think the Fool being especially at the forefront of your reading is really important, that you take that energy and run with it, that you move in the direction of that good feeling for yourself. Yep. We have the Six of Swords. So this card is all about moving forward. We also have the Six of Pentacles, which it does speak of generosity. Wow, there's a lot of synchronicities here. So okay, sorry. I thought there might have been 5 gems or 6 gems here, but I was wrong. There's 5. Anyways, I was trying to make something, but we have the 6 of Swords, which speaks of moving away from a difficult time. It can have a sort of, running away feeling. So you want to make sure that you are feeling your emotions along the way. You're not just, recognizing that you do feel bad and then looking for something better, something that's going to instantly make you feel good. But this does speak of moving into smoother waters. The little kid here symbolizes your hopes and your dreams. So you are taking a good moment with you. With the Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, it may come from somebody else. It may come from somebody else being generous and being like, here is the help that you've been needing to get yourself out of this situation. But it could point towards you being the one being like, I have enough and I'm going to share that abundance. And that creates an opening in your energy that allows you to tap into that gratitude, that really beautiful, abundant energy that the sun splendor talks about. So let's grab one more card for you. Okay. We have the King of Pentacles. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers. So the King of Pentacles, it's interesting. You have a lot of leadership energy in your reading. So I do feel like you are the one that is going to be able to take you out of this. You have it in you to move into a better feeling for yourself this week. And it's really interesting. All of these readings have been a little bit more intense than I anticipated. For some reason, when I sat down to pull these 3 alchemy cards, it felt very much like these readings were going to be lighthearted and fun, but these are feeling a little bit more intense, and that's okay. Everybody is on their own path, and I feel like, especially with the winter solstice this weekend, that this is a really good opportunity for most people to experience a rebirth in their life and head towards something better. And actually, in regards to the winter solstice, that's when the days start to get brighter. The sun is coming back, the warmth is re-entering the world, and so that may be your opening to experience this energy. But excuse my tangent. We have the King of Pentacles, which is a very powerful and established energy. So I feel like you are moving from this really, really I'm hearing like whimpering, like really sad, really weak. Not weak as in like emotionally weak, like you are weak, but like it's just very fragile. It's very sad energy into choosing something better for yourself, into choosing to take yourself on a transformative journey, into actually taking the actions towards that journey and really following through, even though it may have some obstacles in your path. You're moving in the direction of what you want. And because of that, you're ending up in this really powerful situation where you feel like you can provide for yourself and you can provide for other people. This definitely feels like you are going to have full control over your environment, over the things that are happening, and that is such a power move when you are able to move from this over to here. And, this may not happen in 1 week, but this energy is available to you. I always like to remind people that tarot cards do not predict our future, they predict what we are currently aligned with. And so, this is a really good energy and path for you to be currently aligned with. You just have to do what it takes to keep aligning with it, to stay in the receiving mode of this energy. And that is definitely possible for you. That is definitely available to you. So, overall, pile number 3, you have a really beautiful journey ahead of you, a really good new beginning, a new fresh start, and a way or in a new way for you to feel good, for you to release anxiety, and for you to start feeling powerful and in control. The sun splendor is shining on you and really wants you to feel that gratitude, that generosity that comes with this feeling of abundance in your life. So I think that this week is going to be a good one for you, so long as you move towards the good feelings. Must be.